Bro, I'm beefing with my 3-year-old. I don't care if it's cringe. Honestly, she's just been she's been cutting up a little bit lately. Why? I was driving her home from her class yesterday, and she said, "Hey, Daddy." I said, "Yeah, honey, what's up?" She said, "You look horrid." Horrid? Fucking J.K. Rowling-ass word? Winona Ryder in a Tim Burton movie. How are you feeling today, Winona-ass line? She said, "Daddy, you look horrid because you are bald." And then she laughed, and I said, "What the hell, man? That's not a nice thing to say. That's nasty." But then I'm like, I don't know if she has the kind of like Mendelian understanding to take offense to this, but like, like you're made of like half my DNA, right? So you can't really like insult my physical appearance without taking at least 50% thorns damage in return. So like, she could insult like my personality easily, and honestly, I would probably just have to say fair. That's pretty fair. But my physical appearance, I mean, there's splash damage on that. There's reflect. She's not bald though. Well, she was when she was a baby. She did the thing. I don't know if people are aware of this. Sometimes babies are born with hair and then they lose it. So she legit had like a kind of George Costanza horseshoe for like a month, maybe 2 months after she was born. But because of the fucked up Stockholm syndrome that the human brain has towards like your own offspring, at the time we were like, this is the cutest child I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my God, she's so precious. Then when I go back and look at photos, I'm like, huh? She got the damn salary, man. Holy, this stream is so boomer coded. Yo, I know I only listen to video game music, but have you seen the Drake and Kendrick beef, bro? Holy. Guy who only listens to classic rock until May 6, 2024. Whoa, Kendrick went off on this one, bro. I'm losing my mind. You quoted the Ludwig video? It's literally crab-based convergent evolution. The last YouTube video I watched was in 2013. It's called Not Today, Motherfucker. It's a 9-second video where a dude sees a UFO and says, "Not today, motherfucker," and shoots it with a gun and it explodes. Probably not gonna take like a fucking eternal hallucination. I guess I'll take the family. Dom Toretto, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. At least it's 10 freaking mult, bro. 10 mult goes kind of crazy. 20 times 12. Who do you think you are, Geddy Lee? Meet the Luternos. Librarian, it's not. I'm not angry at the bit, okay? But you're not. You're a VTuber viewer, okay? You're not like, the rap beef is not for you. No disrespect. You're a Johnny come lately. You're engagement farming with like the flavor of the day, okay? Get him? I'm not getting you. You can interface with whatever elements of media you want to interface with. But I'm not gonna give you credit for it. I'm gonna give you credit for it. Go back to listening to the fucking Toho Electric 17 soundtrack or something, okay? What are your thoughts on the beef? I haven't even heard any of the songs. I tend to be pro Kendrick Lamar. A lot of Kendrick songs have made it onto the Peloton playlist for sure. That being said, I only heard some clips, and I had to ask. I went to the Discord because I didn't want to tweet it. I didn't say I don't want to be a firebrand. But I asked Bear Taffy. I said, Bear, I only listened to some clips on Twitter. Does Kendrick Lamar really do the Kendrick voice the whole time? You know, where it like pitches up and down wildly like a demon is talking to him? And he said, no, that's just for like some specific parts of the songs. And I was like, oh, thank God. I just couldn't. I'm happy he's rapping normally, okay? He makes fun of the Toronto accent. Okay, now that tears it, Kendrick. You've gone too far. Now, I supported you earlier in the beef, but the Canadian accent is not something to be made fun of, especially because it's diminishing over the last several generations as a result of mass communications, bud. It's the sort of thing that, like, we should really be trying to preserve and honor it as a Canadian tradition instead of making fun of it, okay? Just because you know what, Kendrick? You take a wrong step in Scarborough, bro. You see what happens, okay? These streets are crazy out here, don't you know? You know what, Kendrick? I used to think you were cool. Don't let me catch you at the Boston Pizza at the corner of Eglinton and Bloor, okay? You fucking hoser. We'll put your ass in the fucking penalty box. Did you know I shouldn't even tell you this because this is not it's privileged information. I've already told you if you ever want to deliberately make a Canadian angry, tell them that the War of 1812 is not a war that Canada won because Canada didn't exist as a country back then. Secondarily, the most insulting word that you can call a Canadian is a Disney character with the Y cut off the end. And he says, yuck. You might think like hoser, bitch, loser, motherfucker, whatever. If you call someone a goof in Canada, it's about to pop off. Like sometimes you'll be walking around like downtown and you'll hear like some people yelling at each other. As soon as you hear some dude with a winter coat on in like the middle of July say, you fucking goof, you're like, we gotta get inside. Like shit's about to pop off, bro. That's crazy. I'm telling you, it's sincere. Bud is like the prelude to a fight, for sure. Bud is fighting words. Bud is like, if someone called me Bud at the Canucks game, I would be like, grab your coat, honey. We're leaving. It's a powder keg in here. You wouldn't stand on business? Nah, I don't think so. It depends on the situation. I can't afford to die. Like, that's just me being honest with you. I need to stay alive. Too many people rely on me. It's fucked up. There's no rest. Don't break! And like, if we get into a fight, I'm definitely getting my ass beat. So like, I gotta make sure that it's for a good cause if I'm going in. Chat, he's not gonna play Hades 2 in early access. No, I'm definitely gonna play Hades 2. I'm just not gonna play it today because we got plans. Supergiant, it's ready. Sony, it's ready. I'm not ready. Isn't there someone you forgot to ask? Was your kid early access as well? All kids are early access, bro. They only pop out like when they pop out. Wait, let me think about this. Because like if we let the brains grow larger so they weren't useless when they were born, they would be like cracking moms in half on the delivery table. Why is everyone saying, huh? Do I need to draw a diagram or something? Kids are early access just doesn't sound right. Okay, when you put it that way, fucking Drake. You know what I'm sick of, though? I'm sick of saying, like, completely innocuous sentences, and then you make me feel like a fucking criminal because your cooked brain misinterprets it. This shit is like the streamer curse, man. You say a completely innocuous sentence, and then some fucking ex-convict in Idaho is like, well, that doesn't sound right. It sounds right to normal people, motherfucker.
Dear Dan, you came to me and asked me to quickly write a verse that was dissing Bear Taffy, but now we look like the worst. Two battle rappers in the entire freaking universe showed up to the game and Adazia left through the back door in a hearse, and at the end you had the audacity to ask him to acquiesce. Leave the rap in the Biggie, brother, you belong at CBS with Julie Chen, Dr. Will, Derek, Frank, and the rest. We started like 2.5 men, finished like NCIS. I've been dissing on the flow, but haven't yet got to the beat. How do you start with power, end like De Niro in Heat? And I'm supposed to rise from the ashes like the Silver Linings playbook, but we showed them how a middle school talent show Kanye'd look. In the end, though, I can't be mad, and I guess you tried your best. I mean, you're probably in the top 10 rappers in the Midwest. You've always had my back in squad, so I must admit that I digress and save my ire for after the chorus. See you in verse 2, Mathis.
It's not so bad.
Dear Matt, or should I say Mathis, or maybe Mike, or maybe Your Honor, will you give me 90 seconds without a sponsorship offer? These days, I'm not even sure if you can even consume caffeine. When you look at the can, the first and only ingredient's Madrine. Lately, I like that you've gone back to your roots, and it's totally not just normal boots. I'm not hating, I'm just not sure that what the internet really needs is 200 guys reviewing the same 10 games from 1993. What happened? I thought you were good at RTS, or there more views in punching trees than Vespian gas, I guess? At least we both know it's better business than CRPGs, aka ignoring your partner when they're down to 2 HP. You're saying, hey now, why is NL coming after me? If Dan is DRE, then I'm his DOGG. As far as I'm concerned, nobody gets to insult him but me. Sit yourself down, son. We're headed to high speed. The listeners buffed your ego. They say that you did well, but the first rap you ever heard was the one you wrote yourself, and you constructed it backwards like a cheap IKEA shelf. So now I'm taking it apart and putting it back together myself. Now I'm finished up, I'm sure you're after me. I give as many fucks as you have chicken dinners in PUBG. That's right, I have exactly one fuck to give, and I'll even pass on the mama joke because I'm better than you, kid.